on, we're getting together, making it happen. WRBN, Warner Robins. And the beat goes on.
We are ready.
We are ready. We are ready.
Ready, machete. WRBN Podcast, Danny Boone.
Brad Darnell.
We up in here and
Doing it.
doing
And
another
doing it.
podcast.
Another podcast. Here we are this week. Thank you for tuning in. WRBN. Had a great time last week. That was funny.
For sure.
That was funny.
What was the song we did? Oh, 93.
93.
That's how I remember it.
Man, that's
What
awesome.
was-
Yeah, me
Man,
too.
That's one of my favorite songs I've ever done, I think. And it has no hook. And now that I have, people always ask me, what's the favorite song you ever did? And I think that may be it.
You should start saying 93.
And it's just so simple. It's just simple. The way things are supposed to be. Yet, they're not.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't have enough guitar in it. I think that I would probably go with even the one, two, what was it?
No.
Two
You're
weeks
wrong.
Before that.
You're wrong. You've been
Baby, what do you want to do?
You've been wrong for a
just
long time,
great.
you're not even close.
It's definitely not my favorite Rehab song, but
No, you don't-
or song by you, definitely not.
That's because
I've got my own. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody's got their own opinions. I'm sure everybody has one song by
Shitty.
Danny Boone that they love.
It's
It's fresh.
I'm telling you.
Why don't you just email me that song? WRBN Podcast at gmail.com. Email me your favorite Danny Boone song, and we'll get him to sing it right here live on the air. No, I'm just kidding. We will not. But we might let me take a poll of that, and that would be very interesting, wouldn't it? I wonder what everybody else's favorite song is. of yours. They're all going to say, "Oh, it's Bartender," something like that.
Well, that'll be all
They
right.
probably do that.
Some people, you got to have a favorite. And
Yeah.
that favorite allows me to do shows, and it's not my favorite, but it's a good song.
I go in on. Hey, I will say I go in and out on that song because
Three people that wrote it together,
That's a great. It's a great song. It is a great song. Here we are talking about that song, but I always say is love that song because what it does is brings most people to rehab. It brought me to
fine with me.
Another song brought me to rehab, but it does bring most people to rehabs, and a lot of people are like, oh, that's how they know what the band is. So that's cool.
Well,
At least you got one. There's a lot of bands out there that don't have one.
Thank you, my friend. And that's the truth. It's a good song. I mean, it is a good song. But you understand what I'm saying? It's a fucking hammer.
I wish I wrote it. At least the guitar. I wish I wrote the guitar part to it. That'd be great because
I wish.
it's a hit, and we're gonna be talking about that because where we left off last time. I do believe I didn't go back and listen to it because
You believe we
That's what it
left
is.
off where?
I believe we left off. We left off where you guys finished the record.
To whom it may
Finished
consume.
To whom it may consume. And
We were handing it out.
You're
and
handing
giving
it out.
away. And
You're giving it away. You're selling some. You're giving some away. You listened to it probably a billion times because when you were saying, "Oh, I know these verses better than I know the ones that I'm doing now," yeah, because you listened that a billion times when you put it out. Everybody, and you said it before. I think everybody does. It was your first CD. Yeah.
Yeah.
We listened to it a bunch.
But it's crazy how
Now you
I've
said
done
gives
a
you panic
lot of
attacks.
rhyming in my time, and sometimes I can but if it's like sometimes, but I always remember their rhymes. like Denny's, Brooks's, or Jones's, and I can ad-lib them. Because that was going to be my job to do anyway. And so all I had to do was hit the high points.
And then sing
when
the hook.
When you try to remember your own shit, it's from way back, you know. I mean, I know all of Nas's, shit, I can't even think of the song now. The one with him and AZ, Life's a Bitch and Then You Die. I know all the words, but I'll probably fuck some up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just ad-lib it when I'm in the car. You know what I mean?
And sing a word here, a word there.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Story of my life, a word here, a word there.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you get the right ones in, you know, I've always said it's about, you know, there's always got to be a dude who does that. And, I'll show up to do the job, depending on what it may be, you know.
Most of I don't have very good banter skills. Like, if I get on a rant in my own, just the way I do, I'm pretty good talking. But as far as really trying to handle...
what do you call small talk?
Small talk.
Conversations? Like with the neighbor? You do good with that? Or
no.
Are you like, oh, this is killing me?
No, and I say some off the wall shit. My wife's mother came over one morning, and I was and I can't remember what I said, but it was something that sounded so bizarre when it came out of my mouth. And I said something about my wife to her mother, and I can't remember what it was, but it was. I don't know how I said it, and there was no other way for it to sound completely out of pocket. I think it was something
what was it?
Something crazy like, I don't know. Well, we don't use the stove or something.
Well,
something really messed up.
I can hear you say that.
And I was like, but she does, man, if it wasn't for her, and then her mom's like, all right, toodaloo. And then got her. I was like, oh, damn it.
Toodaloo.
That just didn't, you're not trying to, you're just trying to make small talk.
And you suck at it.
Yeah. So bad.
I do. I'm good and bad. It just depends on the situation. Sometimes I am fucking great at it. Sometimes I've just fallen all over. I mean, I'm just might as well put both feet in my fucking mouth. It's crazy.
I got you.
Yeah. You've been around me enough. I've said some dumb shit at some fucking crucial times.
Yeah, yes, you have. Yes, you have.
That's just the way I do. But sometimes I seem like I'm cool. I'm like,
well, I don't know.
It seems. Oh, really? Not even sometimes?
There's times.
Man, you've introduced me to some people, and I've been cool. Deflation.
I'm just kidding. Nah, that's
I don't
cool,
act a fool.
motherfucker.
I don't act a fool. I know how to act in front of people.
That's right.
Most of the time.
You're a good dude, man. You're a good dude.
You're a good dude, but I'm just...
No, you're a good dude.
No, you're
a good
man.
dude.
This guy right here, man, y'all don't even know. The helicopter rides he's taking me on in Hawaii alone. Oh, gosh. It's like,
I don't like anything about that last.
It's like Hawaii helicopter rides. All of it sounds like I'm going to freak the fuck out.
What the fuck?
You know you loved it.
I'm not going on no fucking damn airplane or helicopter.
So we're after To May Consume, you were selling the record, blah, blah, blah. You went through. How long did you go? Did you guys start trying to book shows?
No, when we did some
record?
little things here and there, but most of that after the Southern
To May
Consume record was doing exactly what we did when we did the albums. All right, here's the hook. Blah, 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 blah. What's the beat? You know what I mean? Let's just play Born to Roll by Master Ace. And here's the hook. and then just rhyme.
So
usually right on the spot, just kind of, we just put together a song. You rhyme, I rhyme, and rhyme, and then.
But did you guys have a plan? I mean, did you have a plan?
I've never had a plan in my life.
Oh,
bro.
You've got some kind of overview or something. You've made this happen somehow.
No,
Jeez.
I worked hard towards. When I was a kid, I used to always say, "And be careful what you wish for."
Is that what you always said?
No, but I used to always say, "Man, I just love rhyming. I love music. Love blah blah blah. If I could just make a living at it, you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
And I wasn't one of the kids that, I'm not trying to take a rocket to the moon or nothing like that. I was just wanted to make a living at it. And because, one, I had to prove it to myself. And two, I don't know if this has anything to do with what you asked me. I had to, it's like, I knew it could happen, and I just couldn't believe that other people were not so sure. Like, this shit can happen. Are y'all fucking retarded?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
When you say y'all, are you talking about family and friends?
Family, friends.
There you go. Okay, do not listen to your family and friends, man, because one thing I'm telling you, they will say you can't do it. That's what happened to you. You can't do it. Your family and friends. Yet there's a motherfucker in Iowa right now who's like, a Danny Boone fiend and thinks that the Rehab's his favorite band. You know what I mean? He's like, bullshit. This guy's done it fucking for me over and over again. I mean, this guy's a fucking great. It's great. It's amazing this happens.
Thanks. And don't get me wrong. There's times now, now I don't do a lot of things to prove a lot of things. But the original chip on your shoulder is something that always kind of sits there. You know what I mean? Whether it be
but can you still do
you
this?
had with your parents, problems you had with the law. There's something, I think, in a lot of people's makeup and DNA and past that it's it just sticks there, and that's the core of your personality and why you react to certain things. You know what I mean? Like how you react to certain things. You know what I mean?
Well, the situations you've been put into in your life also, how it's going to affect how you react to certain things.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you
and your mindset also.
If you've been homeless for a long time, and all of a sudden some rich dude comes up and says, "Hey man, I got you a house right over here, and I've stocked it with food." That dude is not going to go get in that house. He's going to go sit in that house. He's going to take his dope in that house, and he's going to bring some of his friends in that house, and they're going to eat. And when they don't want to be there no more, they'll leave that house and walk somewhere else to get more dope. And they're not going to go. They'll be like, "Thank you," and then they'll look at you crazy like, "Oh, I'm going in there.
Yeah.
But I'm not staying. You ain't doing me no favors." It's just weird.
That is weird.
Because you can't.
And that's what's weird about the whole thing, and that's weird about the homelessness thing.
Yeah.
Weird.
And I don't even know how we got there.
I don't either. That was a squirrel. That was a dog chasing a squirrel for sure.
Yeah.
But it was good. Good banter, as you say. It wasn't really small talk. That's large talk.
I think it was more of a cat chasing a chipmunk. Small
cat chasing
little
a chipmunk.
darty.
I think that was large talk rather than small
whatever.
talk.
That was stupid. I think it was a fucking Mack truck running over an armadillo. He was huge. You hear the pop? It's all over the fucking road, man.
That shit slaps.
Hell yeah.
It slaps.
It's riding down the road listening to my damn Kumo D.
Kumo D.
Yeah, you got to say it with the right inflex, though, man.
I can't.
Kumo D.
I cannot. No, what we were doing
Commodity.
Where the hell did he get his name?
Cool Modi?
Yeah.
I don't know. He got it from wherever he wanted to. He was Cool Modi, man. He was a bad motherfucker.
Well, I know.
But
You're like, why the fuck you question his name? What the hell's wrong with you?
Who the hell?
I'm just curious.
Who made the gargoyles famous?
I don't know. Nobody made him famous. I think that. No. Man, if you could only see. If you could only see.
Yo, what's up? This is Danny Boone from the band Rehab on August 18th. That's a Friday, by the way. Rehab at the 4 and 4 at 6:30 p.m. with Scotty Austin, Fargo, North Dakota. That's the United States. Zoom in and find it, my man.
Saturday, August 19th, Rehab plays the Esquire Club at 8:30 p.m. in Dickinson, North Dakota.
Yeah, if I could only see, I wouldn't have thought that picture of Willie Nelson was me earlier. Remember?
I showed him
was
this.
Crazy.
I was showing him something on my phone, and
my eyes are
he's
real
looking
blurry.
at it, and it's a picture of Willie Nelson and Billy Strings, and he thinks that it's a picture of me and him, and he's Willie Nelson, and I'm Billy Strings. I like that because Billy Strings is like 30.
Huh?
Billy Strings is like 30 years old, and Willie Nelson's like fucking 84.
I bet you did like that because Billy Strings has an enormous noggin.
He does.
That joker, boy.
I think that Willie Nelson has a small noggin.
He was shriveled up in that pee. It's getting smaller every.
He was shriveled.
It's getting smaller. As we speak.
It's getting smaller. What?
As we speak.
As we speak.
That's
His noggin's getting smaller as we speak.
with it. I think his headband's gonna run out of notches. It's gonna consume itself.
It is gonna consume. It's nothing. It's gonna be nothing but a big headband. He's gonna be walking around.
No, he'll just be a little red dot walking around in the air.
Or the character from the Fat Albert that had just like remember the character that just had the skull cap on or something, man? It was just
He
a
had
hat. His whole head was a hat, I think.
But it was one of them masks.
Oh yeah.
But it was like for being in the winter. But
Yeah.
see what people always thought. See, you got to think about it. I remember those days. I mean, I didn't live where they lived, and I don't know where they lived, other than near a junkyard. But
They definitely lived there. They hung out.
that hat was one of them wool stocking caps that you put
It had
eyes and mouth holes in it.
And he just had.
But it was stretched out at the bottom, and everybody always thought,
orange or
what
yellow.
has he got on, like a Victrola helmet? Or like, you know what I mean? Like a,
Right.
like, you know, nobody ever knew
So
what it
what you're
was.
saying
I
is
was be
just
like, that's that stretched out ass mask that I can't stand. And he's got to wear that bitch.
And he
And that's
didn't
probably
wear,
how he talks.
he didn't wear it over his mouth. He just wore it over his eyes, right?
Now, it
'Cause it
depends
just
on who
seemed
you
like it was
talk about.
over
And the other guy with the short, that was Mushmouth. You know, he's the Father Bible. You know, that guy. Then there was Rudy, who was, he was the one that always dressed in the, I would assume, velour and turtleneck. Because he always had, and he had, you know, he was always fresh dressed and had the derby. And he played a bass, but he played the same thing every time. That big white bass. And then he'd just be like, that's all he would do.
But that's cool if you're a bass player.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was a cartoon, so it was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. Then the motherfucker playing all them pipes and shit.
Oh yeah.
It was kind
The
of cool.
junkyard.
And then when they pan across the junkyard, remember there was always like a tire and a bleed.
Some flies.
Yeah, I don't remember the flies.
No,
And
I
they
don't.
pan across the junkyard. And
I do not
music
remember
would
that as
always
good.
go, boing, 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 boing. And then you'd see, here goes Phil Albert coming down His belly,
Here comes Fat Albert.
And then
here comes.
Hey, Rudy.
Fat Albert. Say it again. Do it in the mic. That Fat Albert voice.
Oh, I got everybody.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Rudy. Why is everybody so upset?
Good.
Was it?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, cool.
I thought it was good.
All right. I got other voices, man. I do some voices.
Hey, do
Look at
some
this
voices. That one was not so good.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That was.
I got
that. Well, that was the quick version of Lady Killers. This movie that you have to watch. Tom Hanks.
Lady Killers?
Lady Killers. You never seen it?
No.
Oh, you'll fucking trip the fuck out.
I think that I've heard of it before.
Oh, you'll love it.
I'm told I might have watched it. It's
Tom
possible
Hanks,
I have watched it.
Tom Hanks is solid on damn near everything. You know, you got Tom Hanks, Eastwood, Denzel.
Man, Eastwood. Ugh. Denzel.
You know what I mean?
Denzel. Man, Denzel. Oh, gosh.
Fucking,
Training Day alone just fucking just
I wouldn't
so great.
give a fuck if Denzel
Man,
fucking...
he could play any role.
Yeah.
Any role.
Whatever you put at him.
God.
Did you see the one where I watched it, but I can't remember. It was the one where he was the nerd. He was like, he had an afro and glasses and...
The hospital one? Where we took her to the hospital?
Maybe so.
No. Man on Fire. You ever seen that one?
Oh, is that where he put the explosive in the dude's anus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
I
one
saw
where he was
that.
the bodyguard.
Yeah, that was good.
What was her name? The little girl, Dakota Fanning killed it. Gosh, she's great. Great movie. That's the movie that made me love the Linda Ronstadt Blue Bayou record. God, for some reason,
Wendell Barker, when I was a kid, loved Linda Ronstadt.
isn't
she the one that sang, "Don't it make my brown eyes blue"? Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but we're gonna check.
I think.
What's crazy about her is she was great at covering tunes, because the one that I love the most is Blue Bayou's a cover.
Oh yeah,
that's
it's probably
the guy with the glasses was in Traveling Wilburys, sang Pretty Woman.
Yeah,
Roy Orbison.
Yeah,
He wrote that song, I do believe.
Or
but
Roy.
She kills it, and the bass line. Boom.
Didn't Patsy Cline cover that song too?
That's interesting. If Patsy Cline covered it, that'd be crazy. Yeah. We should talk about songs you cover sometime.
Oh, Gangsta we should, Patsy.
Oh, Patsy Gangsta.
She had to be. That bitch had to be. I mean,
you know who's gangster is Dolly Parton is gangster. She's doing it. I heard she was making a rock record right now.
I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah. She's doing it. If you want to see all of these podcasts on video like me, come support us on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com and look for WRBN Podcast. You will see every episode on video and some extras. Come check it out. Speaking of doing it, let's do it right now to the Rehab Unreleased Track of the Week. This segment is very popular with the locals. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is a weird song.
What's this? What about this one right here? It's called Rich Right Now.
Yeah, it's just it's like, you might be rich right now. Is basically the whole premise. Like, we've all worked for a lot of things. You might, and if you just stop and think about it, what's it all worth? You might be rich right now, I think is where we was going with it. So, hey!
Well, put on your headphones.
Okay.
Let's get into this thing.
I've heard it.
Well, maybe I want you to sing it and rap along with it. Our viewers would love that. Our listeners and our viewers just really love that kind of shit. They get it. Oh, get it on. There's your whistling. Did you do that part?
Specialists in your face when you come around. Not a sound and you don't know why you feel this way. Hey, can't listen and you won't talk when you're missing in your own thoughts. Can't seem to pay attention when you're finding your way to escape today. Hey, every little thing is going wrong when everything is going on. By the thread you be holding on. For the sun to break on through. Gonna fake it till you make it. Or take it to the point where you break it and hate it.
Kill him.
I've walked 1,000 miles, wasted my life trying to figure all this out. Where is that higher ground? Where is that high ground? Just look around, you just might be rich right now. Right now. Right now.
You get better, then you get worse. Whatever really quenches your thirst, it's on you, upon you. And every single thing you choose to do, it makes you or breaks you of all you relate to. And hate to be the one to point it out, but it's obvious you can't seem to work it out. I need the same to feel the pain of rain down my own game. Till there's nothing to gain. Same old story, but a new character. Telling me it's different, but I ain't hearing ya. Sometimes you find the climax beyond your mind, and behind you can find yourself alive. Everything you gotta worry about, is it really that bad when I have my doubts? Take your fears and leave them here and be clear. All your tears are real, sincere, you hear.
I've walked 1,000,000 miles, wasted my life trying to figure. I could see that song working and going time. Just look around, you just might be rich right now.
Progress, no worries, so follow me now. Gonna ride this life out till we all go down. Take your trouble as a challenge, I'm gonna play this game. And if I see you moving forward, know you feel the same. I'm believing and I'm leaving on this time sincere. Spend enough time stressing now, I don't care. Chase my vision and I'm living on a newfound ground. And if you can't digest now how this sounds, I got a house with a mailbox by the sidewalks, new socks and my flip-flops. Got a deck and a stage showing wood grain. Got a phone and a visa in my own name. Got a car with a note in the driveway. Got a pool in the back for a nice day. Sleep till I wanna wake up nappy. Got a wife and a kid and I'm happy.
I walked 1,000,000 miles. Fuck these kids. Wasting my life trying to figure all this like out. A teacher when she goes home. Fuck the damn motherfucker.
I'm out of breath.
Are you?
Yeah. I had to break it down.
Well, that in itself is a breath taken. I mean, it took my breath when you broke it down. I thought to myself, oh my God, we're on a podcast, and he just did that. It's really kind of what I was thinking. Like,
what?
Like, what's he doing? Like, why are you doing that?
I don't know. I don't know why I do most things.
You feel it.
Yeah. You just got to go with the feeling.
That's called soul, my brother.
Is it called soul? Like I got it.
As far as what I've learned, as what soul is, it didn't look much like it, but I think it was.
Thank you.
Jerky
Thank
and
you.
offbeat as it was. I think you fucking nailed
it was offbeat. I
you
know.
nailed the soul part.
Hey.
You
My fucking heart's in it, dude.
That's right.
Yeah, you know.
That's probably why I thought you was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Whew,
my heart was in it, man. I want you to keep an eye on me because if I need help, you know what I'm saying? My heart's in it. Hey, let's wrap this shit up, man. Hey,
why did this all just turn into some corny news show. Like
what?
So, all right.
I
don't know. I feel like everything I was saying was contrived, and then it looked crazy, and then we all went crazy, and then it looked. And it was too smooth. It was too smooth.
And you had to stop it. We could have
like,
just rolled into it. It would have seemed like it would have looked planned. It would have looked so fucking planned. But that's not how we do it around here at WRBN. Hey, it is not how we do it at this podcast. We do not do it like that. We do not do it smoothly. If it's smooth, we're not. I'm just like, I don't know.
I think it's more about the feeling. Like when I'm saying I felt really corny. And I do it a lot. Like sometimes I'll watch this shit and I'll make some kind of gesture or something. And I'm sitting at home just watching what we did. And I saw or hear something and I said, and I go, what a corny.
You can't do that because it's all fucking corny.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it's fun. We're just trying to have fun and we're trying to bring the story to everybody. Hey. Please like and subscribe on whatever platform you are listening on. Please like and subscribe. We would love that. And download the podcast if you can because it does help our numbers.
True that. And please. Interests, challenges, and circumstances. Follow us on all socials. Come check out our Patreon and check you next time.
Peace.